Hey, good evening, everyone. Do this real quick. What's going on, everybody? Anybody watch? Well, anyway, we'll get to that. Good Sunday night. Hey, John, Tanya, Heather, Charlene, and John Allen. What's up, buddy? Anybody watch Yellowstone tonight? Jesus, I can't even remember when that last episode. So this one is episode 9, and it ended back with episode 8. If you have not seen it, if you didn't watch it tonight, there might be some spoilers. I don't know. I'm going to try not to spoil it, but if you plan on watching it or don't like it or whatever, we'll just try not to talk about it too much. Yeah, I had to use this thing called Philo, Philo, and I honestly can't afford to. I don't know. I got to see if I can work it out. Right now, it's just a 1-week free trial. So if you got Paramount Plus, you're not going to get Yellowstone. Because Paramount Plus, I know I have problems saying that word. Paramount Plus and Paramount Network are two different animals, unrelated. Paramount Network was sold off. Paramount Plus now belongs to CBS. It's just a big old mess, and it's dumb. And they make these things so difficult to watch, to find it, to watch. It's like, oh my God, now yet one more thing to freaking subscribe to, Like if there aren't enough things to subscribe to already. Hey, Michael Knight. Hey, Lucy. Kathy, how you doing? Christy. Hilda, hi there. Thanks for being here, Mother. Excellent adventure. Hey, Chrissy. And Kathy, what's up? Oh, man. So I watched Yellowstone. Is the music too loud or is that okay? Somebody let me know. Sounds like it might be a little bit loud. Yeah, so I can't remember when the last episode of Yellowstone was. I want to say it was over a year, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to regulate that. It's just, it's like I have Spectrum. If you want Spectrum TV, they have different tiers of, well, what kind of Spectrum TV? Do you want just 10 channels or a dozen channels? You pay this much. Oh, you need that package? Well, then you're going to pay that much. Oh, if you want everything? Well, now you're going to pay an astronomical amount. And, I pay enough for my internet, which is, I have the gigabyte internet, which is, the fastest one that they make. And I do that because of the show, and I go live and that kind of thing, and I have other plans to do it. So internet speed is important to me. But trying to find the right combination of which movie apps, entertainment apps do you like Netflix is almost essential, right? Prime comes with your Prime membership, so that's okay, fine. YouTube Premium for me is like a must. If you don't have YouTube Premium, you should consider it. When the first week ever that I had YouTube Premium and no commercials pop up, it's amazing. And then there's Hulu, and there's some stuff on Hulu you can't get on the other channels. So it's like the thing I did with Hulu. If you remember, I posted. I talked about this on one of the groups somewhere. I can't remember where it was. But Black Friday, that whole Cyber Monday weekend, I got Hulu for $1 a month for the whole year. So I only pay $1. And if you like Disney and all that, you can add that for like $2 more. So you can get a pretty good lineup for like $3. And that's with commercials, but I don't care. All you have to do is get an email address. If you have an existing Hulu account, they won't let you get that deal. So you got to come up with a new email address and get Hulu for $1 a month for a year. They will probably do that again this year, I'm sure. So look out on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I guess sometime that weekend. And totally worth it, obviously, for $1. Okay, I'll take Hulu. Max. Anybody have Max? Gotta have Max. I'm a big fan of The Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire. What's that other one? That Western. Oh my God! How can I forget the name of that Western? What's the name of the Western? It's like The Sopranos, but the Wild West back then. Calamity Jane and Wild Bill. I'm not gonna look it up unless somebody can pop the name up there. Not Tombstone, but. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Teresa. Christy. Oh, Penguin. I got to finish watching Penguin. I'm 3 episodes behind. And today was the finale, right? So now I got to watch. I'm supposed to be asleep. I know what I want to be doing later. Deadwood. Thank you. Christy got it. Deadwood was so good. I was shocked because I don't like Westerns. I don't. But something about Deadwood was so good. 1817, Rudy. 1817 was great. 1817? No, what was the other one? 19 something, wasn't there? Or 1887? I think that's the one I'm thinking about. I haven't seen 1817 yet. 1817 is the one with Helen Mirren. Sarah Parker. Yeah, all right. You're not wrong. Peacock and Sling. You see, and I've been looking into DirecTV and Sling. I looked into YouTube Live, Hulu Live. And I have to compare the channels because it's almost the same as Spectrum. So I have to see which one has got more of what I've got. Because one of them is always missing something. It pisses me off. Hey, Nadia. Tulsa King is. Oh man, I fell in love with Tulsa King. I got to watch season 2 now. I think the 3rd season is up now, right? It's going on right now. If you haven't seen Tulsa King, give that a chance. It took me a couple episodes to really get into it, but now I'm really into it. Tulsa King is good. And the Mayans, I couldn't get into it. I loved Sons of Anarchy. Loved. I that grew on me, and I binge watched that over a few months back then, and I love Sons of Anarchy, but I can't get into the Mayans. I don't know. Maybe I was too burned out. Maybe I was too into Sons of Anarchy. Sling is worth it. I get blue and orange on Sling. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'm gonna compare those in the next couple of weeks. I saw the first season of Walking Dead, and after that, it was like, okay, so dead people keep coming at you. It got boring for me. I couldn't get into it. And I remember that the first season was cool. It was different, right? Because it was different. But then I just couldn't. The zombies coming at you all day long and every day. Yeah, it got tiring. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to watch. Apple TV has got a lot of good programming. Unreal, the stuff they come up with. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, did anybody watch it? Yellowstone today? Were you underwhelmed? Were you overwhelmed? I enjoyed it. I was hoping for a 2-hour, season premiere, since they made us wait so freaking long, or hour and a half or something. But it was okay. It was an hour. Sad for what happened at the beginning. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. Just say sad for what happened at the beginning. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait a few more days, let people catch up and watch it. The real exciting news I've got is I'm going to have a other regular co-host, and I've been looking for a co-host for the better part of a couple of years. Somebody brought up the point that and Bam's still going to be around. Bam's not going nowhere. Well, at least I don't think he is. He better not be. So Bam will still be around. But on a lot of these topics, I wanted to have a female perspective. Somebody brought up a good point a long time ago. It's like you and Bam you guys agree on all especially politics, right? And life. He's like, you guys agree on everything. I mean, everything. Because you're guys, right? So ever since then, I was like, yeah, it'd be good to bring somebody in, a female voice. And so it took a while, and there was a lot of maybe, no, it was not. It was just some things were not a fit. And then I watched somebody live on their program, their page, and it just, I used to listen to a lot of talk radio in Chicago and morning radio. Driving to work, you put on the morning radio. In Chicago was B96 or Q101 and different radio programs. And this person, to me, was like, you know what? I could picture her on the radio. That's what I want. That's somebody like that. And I will say, I grew up listening to Howard Stern. Shortly after I started going to Columbia College in Chicago, I went to college to be a sound engineer, and did some radio broadcasting in the course of that schooling. And some of it was doing it was like story time on the radio. Back when it didn't have TVs, they would do like plays, right, on the radio. And we did some of that, and then we had to do like news and weather, and that's when I liked being behind the mic, and it stuck with me. Then I became a DJ, and I enjoy doing that as well. This is on Chicago. I was born and raised out there. And so that kind of has always stuck to me. And then listen to Howard Stern, a lot of the goofy things he did. Watch his movie, Private Parts. If you don't like him, I get it, but give the movie a try. It's funny. It tells his life story in short form. He has gotten weird. He's gotten very extremely liberal. I mean, extremely too. It's sickening. You should have heard him when I will say Kamala. It's Kamala. He's a good interviewer. He's a damn good interviewer. Like him or hate him, I heard him interview Barbara Streisand, and I mean, there's so many last year that he did that were really good. I mean, Jennifer Aniston. I forgot who else there was somebody out there. It was a great interview, and he's really good. And then all the antics that they do with their stupid things, or whatever. I mean, that stuff is funny too. And a lot of the drama that happens in, between all his guys and stuff. That's kind of, to a certain point, it appealed to me as well. So I was like, yeah, I like to do something like that. Anyway, so I heard this person, and just something clicked in me. Like, yep, I got to talk to her. And I talked to her a little bit about it, and she was like, hell yeah. I was like, nice. So we're going to give it a try. We'll see what happens. She's very down to earth. I mean, ultimately, you guys be the judge, but I say, no, Oscar. It's not Vanessa. Not Vanessa. I would let her come on and be a guest, talk to her, but I know that's not going to happen. We know that. And we have some VT Chronicles too, if you're up for it. I do have to be up very early in the morning, so I don't know how long I can stay on. But I did want to bring this person on and get her introduced. And so you guys can meet her, and then we can bounce a few things off her, get her opinions on some stuff. She wouldn't last 5 minutes. She might. I mean, it'll be, it wouldn't be, I would give her a shot. When I was with Rio Politics, we had her on a couple times. Very argumentative. And, in the Kamala style, you ask her a question and she would dance around it. She wouldn't answer a direct yes or no. And those videos are still out there if you care to look for them. If you want to see them, I could probably put a link up. But we had her while she was running for something. She was getting into politics. And you know what? She was a candidate, and we interviewed other people, so we gave her a chance. We're like, yeah, it's only fair to give her a chance. And we got so much hate mail, so much hate messages, just because we were going to have her on. The people that hated her gave us hate messages, and the people that liked watching her train wreck gave us hate messages. And just nobody wanted to have her on. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. But I was like, that's why we got to have her on. I mean, plus to be fair, she's running for something, and we got to ask her a question, Yeah, it was something. Anyway, I'm not going to let out this person's name yet, so I'll bring her on in just a few minutes. And like I said, I'm trying to work on something where we're going to be on live. I mentioned this to a few people in the last few months. I want to do something regular, 3 to 4 nights a week, mostly at night, late night. Sometimes morning time. I don't know. It depends on my work schedule. That's kind of what messes things up. Damn work. I'm not gonna say that. If I hit the lottos, then I'll be live like all the time. But until then, gotta work. So we're gonna talk with her in a minute. There's a few things that have happened online. Some internet people locally that we want to kind of touch on. And, politics a little bit, the Kamala thing, the Donald Trump thing, the presidency thing. I'm taking a break from it. Everybody's tired of politics in the last 4 months, or longer. But since Kamala was put there, and let's see. Let me tell her. Some things, and including some other people that are online that I've been getting a lot of messages about. You got to stream this. You got to show this chick. You got to show this lady. She's a scammer and all this stuff. And so I started watching a little bit. And some of it is, some of the videos are long, like, you know who. So if we can just get through some of those. She does cosmetics sometimes as well. She sells stuff. And sometimes you have to put up with watching the makeup go on to listen to what the hell she's talking about. Like, interesting. Well, she's not a Bailey Sarian. If it was Bailey Sarian, I could watch her put makeup on all day. Literally, I could sit there and. Anyway, but she's not Bailey Sarian, so to me, in my mind, she better have something interesting to say or what's going on with the life to keep me interested. And then some stuff came up, and I was told a few more things about it. I was like, okay. So you can look for that to start in the future. I was trying to figure out the right place to start. And her name is Janelle. You know who I'm talking about. Janelle. I forgot her last name. Janelle, and her page on Facebook is Confidence is Beautiful. And I was, it's another troubled soul, from what I understand. Vanessa-ish. I don't know what else is involved. I don't know if there's any, what. I'm hoping to discover that with some of you guys who have talked to her, who have watched her a lot already. I don't know if there's drugs and alcohol involved. I have no freaking idea. At first, I used to resist watching or even streaming because there's always little kids around, and I didn't necessarily want to I didn't want to show little kids. I know they don't care. But I'm like, why you gotta show little kids for? Like, I don't understand why people have to put children in front of, like having them in the public like that. But it's not all the time. And there's a lot of content there. I mean, you know how Vanessa says she's got more videos, doing more live videos out there than anybody else on the planet. Remember how she said that? I don't know. It took me a couple days to scroll through Janelle's videos. Scroll and scroll, trying to get to the very first one, which that's almost 4 years ago. And then I found the first one she did on this page, on her page called Confidence is Beautiful. She said, "Hey everyone, this is my new page. So what happened to her other page, her original page? I have no idea. I don't know the story. I don't know any of that stuff. So in the next week, couple of weeks, we'll start touching on that. And then some of you guys who know a little more can kind of give us some of the inside story and find out what the heck is, a lot of the backstory. So some of that can make sense. The other one is Gigi. And I try to watch her, and you guys know I commented on one of the posts think it was today. She was fighting with somebody who wanted to buy stuff, and they wanted the whole cabinet, and she's giving attitude like, "Well, you have to buy a whole roll of bubble wrap or whatever." She was getting like pissy with her, and I was like, hey, "Calm down, woman. It's somebody's trying to give you money. You should be nice. Customer service sucks." And that's why I wrote something like, "Yeah, I wouldn't buy anything from her." All right. Has my guest arrived? Yes, she has. All right. Well, without further ado, let's bring on. Let's see if I can do this right away. I am looking for a sponsor. If somebody wants to, if you got a business, we can do some exchange. Looking for somebody to, well, I'll put that information up later. You ready? Can you hear me? Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up because I can't hear you while you're back there. Okay, here we go. Oops, you know what? Let me prepare a caption here. Hope I'm not making this too overly dramatic, but for me, it's a big deal. All right, here we go. Let me get there and... Well, hello. Everybody, welcome Oriana. You may have seen her. She's commented. She's been commenting, and she's got her own page. And welcome to the program.
I can't see any comments or anything, so you have to help me, Manny.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a different link next time.
Okay.
And then you were supposed to go horizontal,
yeah.
Remember?
I can actually. Hold on. Is that better?
There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How goes it?
Okay. I missed Yellowstone though.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. But I'm gonna watch it when we're done here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. I just don't think it was long enough.
Give me a second, okay? Let me fix this somewhere because it's too low.
And I just got news that our little friend is live right now.
Oh. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Everyone, welcome Oriana. Oriana, that's everyone.
Hi, everybody. I know y'all see me in the comments always talking a little shit. Can we say bad words and stuff?
Yes, you can, actually.
Okay. I know y'all see me talking a lot of shit sometimes, so. Hi.
I have no issues with bad language. Sometimes Bam goes a little overboard when he doesn't like somebody. And, sometimes some people have something to say about it.
Yeah.
But pretty much try to keep it as, the later in the night it goes, the more freely you can let it flow.
Okay.
But don't be afraid you don't have to hide an F-bomb or anything like that. If it comes out, it comes out.
Awesome.
It's after 9 o'clock. Yeah. I used to do a 10:30. After 10:30, then it was pillow talk time. And we'll get into some of those too. So just in a nutshell, where you from or where do you live, and what's your story with the internet?
Okay, so I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I kind of got into the internet with makeup when the whole COVID thing hit.
Yeah.
So I would go live and do makeup, and I loved doing it. It was so much fun. And then I tried to get on a few podcasts, but nothing ever really hit for me. So I love to watch shows though, and I'm not gonna lie, I like to watch awareness pages. I do feel there's a lot of scamming out there, and people should know. So and then these people block you, and you can't talk and speak what you want to say. That's another thing. So for you to give people that option is awesome.
Are you, by any chance? Well, you know who Vanessa is, right?
Hmm.
Are you blocked by her as well?
She blocked me immediately. So okay, I'm gonna tell you how I kind of ran into this girl. So I was scrolling, and I see a beat up face. And I'm like, oh my God, like what happened to this girl? So I dove into the rabbit hole. Well, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad for her. I I guess I believed what she said. I mean, um, I guess I believed her. I'm not gonna lie. I also found a lot of things in common with her. We're from Texas. We're about the same age. We even have the same. Oh, she's like 2 days away from my birthday, I think, but she's a year older. So she's a Pisces. Um, so I found a lot of things in common with her. But then when I start seeing the awareness pages, I start seeing the real. So so one day, okay, sorry, I backtracked. Okay, so one day, a friend of mine she actually went to Mexico during the whole meningitis situation. I don't know if you remember that. There were girls that went for surgery to Mexico and ended up contracting meningitis.
Yes.
Viral brain meningitis, to be exact, since VT wants to be, specific about it. But anyways, she was on a live, and I kind of had a feeling that's where she went to get surgery. So anyways, I went on the live, and I was kind of cool about it at first. I was like, hey, my friend, is going through a really bad situation and caught viral, meningitis in Mexico. I was like, what do you think about that? Like, how do you feel? And the first thing she starts to do is she criticized the spelling, which I was typing
Oh
real
yeah, yeah.
fast. I didn't have time, like whatever. Then she starts to say, and it's viral meningitis. It's not regular meningitis. I'm like, okay, I'm not like scripting the whole,
Right.
I'm not scripting the whole thing. I'm just giving you a quick little comment on your live. Like,
Yeah, you're not writing a term paper or anything.
exactly, exactly. So I'm like, gosh, this girl is so rude. And it, like, immediately after that comment, I was like, Roy. And so she said, oh, really? You want to go live? And so I was like, oh my God, she's gonna invite me live. I was trying to think, what am I gonna say? Oh my God, what am I gonna tell her? Like, that girl never invited me. It was a whole lie.
Yeah.
She never had me invited, and she blocked me immediately. So
Yeah, that's her MO.
so it was kind of like, girl, I came at you correct at first, and now you want to be like that and just be rude, like you know everything, like nobody can say anything, you know it all.
Yeah. So when I asked you to be on, like I said, a lot of people always mention you should have somebody else on. You and Bam agree on everything, and especially like politics.
Oh
We
yeah.
have the same opinions. And somebody once said, it's boring because you guys stroke each other off with the same opinions. And ever since I heard that, I was like, yeah, you know what, wouldn't be bad. Now, I think I know how you politically how you go, but what was your thought about this whole Kamala thing? And just because she's a black, well, kind of black woman, did that appeal to you?
Not at all. I'll be super, super real. I didn't even bat an eye at it. Being in the office already all that long and still nothing has been done. Like, really? You think I'm gonna vote that way? There would be no way in hell. Especially everything that's gone on, the wars, um, Israel, um, all of that. I didn't bat an eye to it.
Yeah, and it was funny because eventually we all found out. Everybody thought, oh well, Trump's gonna really go after her, but he didn't have to. She kept sabotaging herself, and that's
Well,
why they didn't want her to go live because she can't speak, she can't interview well. She just if something is not scripted, she would do herself in. And the thing that people keep going back to is when she was on The View and they asked her, what would you do different than Joe Biden of the last 4 years? And she said, nothing really comes to mind. And that was like, oh, so you're saying turn a new page, but nothing's going to change. And I think that just killed her.
And you
But
know what else?
Yeah.
I'll mention just real quick, because I know a lot of people are gonna talk shit, but all of the I'm not gonna say illegals, but all of the foreign people that are here.
You could say illegal.
Okay. I was at Dollar General the other day, and he just threw the windshield wiper thing and just started, washing my window and freaked the hell out of me. And, I just thought to myself, that's somebody that shouldn't be here. So sorry, but it scared. And I told him it scared the hell out of me. And like, don't do that. Just ask me. Just ask me. And I thought and I've had a situation where somebody sprayed flea stuff on me before. So it was crazy that happened, and it was bad. It's just bad. And here in San Antonio is bad. Like, we had the gangs. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but the feds here were actually trying to infiltrate all the gangs here.
Are they taking over like apartment complexes and
stuff? Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want this to be a whole politics show. I just just want to give everybody a touch of where you might be thinking. And it's like, oh, great, she agrees with all of us too. So, but at least it's a female perspective on things, not just two guys, complaining or whatever. If anybody wants to know anything, please, drop your question in the comments and we'll get that to her. Do you know anything about Janelle or Gigi?
Oh, do I? Gigi? Oh my God. Oh, the self-proclaimed San Antonian. She was another one who did the same thing to me. She was in a makeup group that was called Royal. I don't know if she has it. I don't even know because I'm blocked. But she had a Royal Gigi San Antonio makeup page. And I joined, once again, I had good intentions. I joined her page. And the first thing I asked her, this is so funny because now she claims it. But the first thing I asked her was, are you from San Antonio? She said, Oriental, whatever your name is. I can't pronounce it. Did I ever say I was born and raised in San Antonio? I'm like, yeah, you did. And she's like, I never said that, and blocked me from commenting at first.
Yeah.
So she's another one. Blocked me all for just asking a simple question.
Yeah, I that's another one I tried to watch a long time ago. And again, the kids are always in the background, always coming on camera, and that
yelling,
for me, that was
and you know what I say? It's off limits. Okay, there's some things that I do see that make me upset. When I see people talk about the kids, like it's not their fault, they're innocent, but she just doesn't know how to parent. She doesn't know how to discipline, I feel. But yeah, they're pretty loud. That's the one thing I will say. They're loud kids.
Yeah, and I've seen her be angry. It's like sometimes it got annoying, and I was like something was like, yeah, I don't want to watch this right now, and and I never went back. But then Ultimate Deception, they're always showing her, and one of the other pages always they're streaming her and stuff, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
It's entertainment. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's why I say it's one thing to be on the awareness page talking shit than on their live. You know.
right,
So
yeah. So and somebody, and this has been said to me a lot of times. Well, how come you're always streaming women? Why don't you stream dudes? I'm like, well, find me a dude
because there
that's
aren't
crazy or
many.
interesting, yeah, and then I'll stream it. And I looked, but I can't find anybody. And there was one guy who was a real something
There's
was
one
wrong
guy,
with him.
Andy, that is connected with May. Is that his name, Andy? He's connected with Maybay. Y'all in the chat, y'all know. I know y'all
Oh,
know.
okay. That's another name I was gonna throw out there,
Yeah, yeah.
but something about that whole situation, but
I'll say one thing about Maybay. She's smart. She's smart, but she fucked up because Facebook was like, no, you're not gonna have all these pages and make money off of them. Like she was making thousands of dollars.
well, I think I caught her. This was a couple years ago when she was demanding. I don't know. I call it demanding. Her followers give me money so I can get to buy this house or this big house or
Oh,
something.
mm-hmm.
But
So easily, like nothing. They all do it. It's crazy. And she sells. I mean, look, I like Hello Kitty. I'm not gonna lie. I have a few things here and there, but the shrine that she has. Oh my god! Now that's obsessive. Like I'd rather buy a Gucci bag, maybe, or I mean, maybe diamonds, maybe, rather than Hello Kitty.
mm,
You know, not that
yeah,
much.
and that's another one. I have no idea what she does, or all I know she's got this thick accent. I don't know where it's from. I thought it was Louisiana, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know where she's from.
Gigi?
No, Maybay.
Oh, maybe she's from California, or maybe she is from Louisiana. I think you're right. And then she went to California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That accent to me sounds very, very.
and then
It's
to
got
Houston.
it's a southern drawl, but then I hear Louisiana, but I could be wrong. Uh, but between those three, I was like, it would they. I just didn't. I know. I guess I was spending so much with the VT Chronicles that I was like,
Oh,
oh
you
man,
forgot all the
yeah,
others.
and I couldn't even fit anybody else into the thing. When am I going to do that? I mean, what's going on over there? And then, I'm so far behind that I don't know where do I start? Where do I begin? You know what I mean? I can't start at the very beginning from 4 years ago or whatever.
It's
So
crazy.
there's someone who knows about Janelle a lot, and apparently there's a lot going on there, kind of like Vanessa, a lot of
Yeah, a lot of
legal
kids.
stuff. Yeah.
Hannah, her daughter, hadn't popped out another kid. Messed with her husband, the stepdaddy. He felt her up and all these things, and she said her nips were numb, and go ahead and put your mouth on them. Like, can I put my mouth on them? I'm not lying. I'm just saying what I saw and what I've read. And
See, personally, right now, since I don't know any of that, I'll say that's allegedly what happened. I have no idea.
I
Don't.
think it's pretty much proven at this point because there's receipts. So that's the only reason why I'm speaking on it. But yes, everything I say, y'all, is allegedly.
Yeah, I got that. So between those three, at some point, maybe even hit on all of them, here and there, trying to see what's going on this day with this one, what's going on with that one. Um, and maybe we can do something like that. So what people like when I was starting, the way it started with Vanessa.
Michael, Janelle's husband name is Will. Yeah, Will.
Oh, okay. When I started with Vanessa, she was just I had separated from Real Politics, and somebody said, "Hey, Vanessa's live. She's going to be at this forum. It's like a debate, but it's a forum. Can you stream it? Because we want to watch it." And we're all blocked. I was like, "All right."
We're all blocked.
So I streamed it, but I didn't want to do just stream it and then leave for 2 hours, leave for an hour, and just leave it streaming. I thought it'd be interesting to let's see what she has to say, watch it, and comment, do the commentary, and that took off. People liked the commentary. The thing was over. I hung up
because you could kind of say what you want without her jumping on your ass and shit, fucking going to your profile and stalking your ass.
Oh, and not just that, but you can hear her say something crazy, and I can actually go, the hell is she talking about?
Yeah.
and everybody's thinking the same thing. It's like, oh, I want to say that, but nobody says it.
Yeah.
So the event was over. I went down to do my thing, and then I got a message. Hey, she's in her car talking. She's about what happened to the. All right, I'll stream it again. So I put her on. And from there it just grew, and it just became this. The commentary
became what it was.
Yeah, and the guy who used to stream her before was Frank Marr on his page. No More Cheeseman, and he used to put her on, and then he would just leave it there with no commentary, only the people in the chat, and so I wasn't necessarily, Vanessa keeps saying, oh well, he gave him the baton and then he took over. Like,
oh, I know, yeah.
I think that's not really what happened. I just started streaming it with the commentary, and his thing was different, and he and I talked about it, and I said, hey, I know people are saying this, but I'm not stealing nothing from you. I just started streaming her, and I find this interesting for my own reason. And though I got no issues with Frank, we never had bad blood or anything like that. And it just grew from there. People liked the commentary. So, and I'm not taking away anything from pages including you. And I'm not taking anything away from like Ultimate Deception or I forgot what the other pages are. I can't think of the names right now. But they show it, or they play clips of them later, but they don't do live commentary. And they got their own reasons. A lot of people don't want to be on camera, or they don't want they're going to come after me or stuff like that. But I don't mind that. I'm not afraid of it. I already don't care. I know Vanessa likes to do shady things, but I've told my employer already what I do, and some of the people involved, and they're like, don't worry about it. If she calls, we'll let you know. Like, okay. But still, I don't let people know where I work or that kind of thing, because.
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it.
But anyway, I'm hoping people like that. We can come up with something, and I don't know. We'll see. Exposed. Yeah, that was one of them. Exposed.
And Karma is another one.
Karma's another one. I keep seeing this one. I can't think of it right now. There's a lot of them. And I want to look for some of the names right now, but I know now that I want to see them, I won't find them. But anyway, that's what I got planned for the next, who knows, for the next, starting in the next few weeks. And I'm hoping that we can go live. You can come on with me a lot and discuss a lot of the things that happen. Not to mention stuff in the news, topics that will come up, and it's always fair, I think, to have a woman's point of view on certain things.
For
and
sure.
I'm just telling you right now, you don't have to agree with me 100% of the time. Don't feel like you have to. You don't.
Okay.
You've got your own mind. You got your own opinions, and that's why I want to do this, because you're genetically different, and you're going to have you think a certain way, and I hope the crowd likes you, because then that means that we'll keep bringing you back, and then hopefully you'll be a permanent addition to this.
Yay! Thank you, John Allen. He said, "Welcome, Mariana." Aw, sweet.
Yeah, John Allen's another character, another good guy. At some point, I'm going to bring him on, because some people don't know his story about what he did down here, with what happened with him a few years ago at the Walmart.
I heard about that. Heard about that.
Yeah, decorated veteran, and he saved a lot of lives.
Oh, happy Veterans Day!
Yes, to all our veterans, thank you for your service,
Yes.
Past and present. And besides being Veterans Day, it is a great day. 11/11 is the best day on the planet. 11/11 is the best day on the planet. Forever.
Really?
all the days, even better than Christmas, even better than New Year's. 11/11 is the best day. And I'll let people try to figure out why. You can
I'm
figure
trying
it
to
out.
figure out why.
Well, it's my birthday. That's why. Well, but anyway, I was trying to keep it a secret.
Oh my God, happy birthday.
Yeah, 11/11. And 11/11, 2011 was a cool day. I have something printed from that day. It was 11/11/11. That'll never happen again. Well, it will. I'll be dead before it happens again. So.
Y'all, happy birthday to Manny.
Oh yeah, I guess Facebook is a snitch. I guess. But that's tomorrow.
Y'all send Manny some tips.
Y'all
don't be fake, man. Y'all send Manny some tips.
No, no, you don't gotta do that.
This is a lot of work. Like I was like sweating a little bit.
I promise I didn't put her up to that. I promise.
He didn't, y'all, at all.
Yeah, no, it's 11/11 is a good number, and if you look it up, the number is 11/11. Why is that important? I'll let you guys look it up, and at some point we could talk about it. I don't know. I feel very lucky. I think 11/11 is cool, badass birthday.
Awesome.
Definitely unforgettable. Something that nobody will forget from now on.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys will never forget my birthday ever again. I promise. And you won't even need Facebook. Okay, so you haven't watched Yellowstone. What kind of music do you like? What do you like? Entertainment? Do you like Beyonce and?
Actually, I like alternative music, and I mean, I like a little bit of mainstream. Obviously, you know, I like the Karol G and J Balvin, and I kind of like that stuff a little. But I love alternative. That's my thing. It's been forever. Like, do you remember Avenged Sevenfold? You know, bands like that. Korn.
Oh yeah.
I like stuff like that.
Pearl Jam, 9 Inch Nails.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's why I got to have satellite radio. There's another friggin' subscription, satellite radio. And you know, satellite Sirius XM costs like, what does that cost? $12, $15 a month?
$12.99.
So I got it for the trial. I got the trial, and then I canceled it. And then I got email that said, come back. We'll give it to you for $5 a month for 3 years. I was like, thank you. Uh-oh, she disappeared. There you go. You disappeared for a minute.
I'm back.
Yeah, there you are. So yeah, for $5 a month, it's like we can't beat that with a baseball bat. So I did that. There's a lot of good radio, a lot of talk radio. I listen to a lot. I'm kind of a nerd. I listen to a lot of talk radio. Are you having problems?
I can't hear you, Manny. Can you hear me? I don't know what happened. I got a call.
Okay. You can take your call. I can bring you back in a minute. Hello. Okay. See if you can figure it out. Yeah, take her offline for a minute. If you can hear me, you're not online. Fix your whatever you got to fix, or take the call, whatever. iHeartRadio, yeah, that's another one. And you know, I like to listen to a lot of paranormal stuff. You know, EVPs and ghost stories and all that kind of stuff. And I'm overdue to do one of those. But yeah, she's somebody that I think that the few times that we've actually talked and chatted, I think there's a good dynamic there, and I think it'll be a good opposition and someone else that will contribute instead of just the same old stuff. Okay. Happy birthday, April. It is 10:10. I might save the VT stuff for later because she's done 2 videos in the last couple of days. Actually 3, but she got rid of 1. And I don't mind showing them. You probably have to skip through them a lot because surprise, they're very repetitive. And she's on right now. Okay, so what I do have a topic. I do want. There's something I want to talk about, and I want to ask you guys. Somebody in the internet world. Yeah, I'll probably go with the videos in the next, maybe tomorrow. But there was something that someone said. You might have seen this. Some of you. I don't want to say the person's name. It's kind of political. Let's see. You ready to come back? There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry about
All
that,
right,
guys.
good. That's okay. Now, I was just starting to get into this topic, this question. When it comes to politics, and everybody's going to have a different opinion, even your own family. Friends don't talk anymore because of politics. Family members don't talk anymore because of politics. There was
this is the worst year for that. It's crazy.
It's very extreme. The feelings and the opinions are very extreme.
Very hardcore to the heart.
Yes.
To the corazón.
Even if you are, there was a podcast out there and they asked this lady, she was some kind of psychologist or something. And they're like, family members are not speaking anymore. What should they do? The holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And the lady pretty much said, yeah, the normal thing is for families to get together no matter what, but it's okay not to go. It's okay not to see your family. And I'm like, that's not a good answer. I think the good answer is to talk to each other and try to say, look, you're cousins or we're brothers, we're not going to disagree on everything, but, you're my family still, I like you, I love you, and this is just one little topic where we see differently. But I don't think you should stay away from your family. I mean, do people do that in your family at all?
Well, gosh, Manny, so already?
What's that?
Because my sister, unfortunately, is estranged from us. I'll say it like this. She has been gay all her life. It's something that my mom, it was very hard for her to accept, but she did, but not fully. And it caused a divide. Then with other things, as far as like she did some things that were bad. And so she's not a part of us. And it's sad though. It's super sad. And not only that, I have my mom, she's 78. I forgot to say that. I'm a caregiver for my mother. I had to retire from my job. I worked for Bexar County as a title clerk. And I had to retire to take care of my mom. No help from her. The city doesn't pay me. I don't get paid. They said that, years ago about 3 years to be exact, I started this caregiver journey. And it's been hard, finding out a lot of things. People are like, you could get paid and you should be paid. And I I've done everything, and they're like, we don't do it to the family anymore because too many people took advantage. And it was like, wow, okay, so it's a selfless act. But how did I get? Oh yeah, so it's hard for me not having help from my sister.
Yeah, that's got. I don't know. I don't have that problem, but I hear these stories and it's like, God, man, what people? It's like,
thank you.
You have to.
Crush. Thank you.
You have to be able to just, what? That's cool. We're just not going to talk about it. That's all. And learn to. I know that word coexist.
That's why I even thought, like, you know what? If you don't want anything to do with me, or at least for my mom, she's 78. She's really ill. My mom's real ill, and we don't have our father anymore. So, why would you want to pass by those few years that you could just bring your mom a burger?
Come see your mom 10, 15 minutes for every week, you know.
That's
I
why I
mean,
said bring her a lunch. Just bring her a flower and
yeah.
take off. Like,
Now, part
but
of
it's
this
not.
is culturally, I think live Candy Crush is right. A lot of old school Hispanic and elders,
Yeah.
homosexuality is just like evil. And in my, I guess you could say my family, the elders probably feel that way as well. But my mom didn't when she was alive. We grew up. I grew up in Chicago. Like I've talked to with Bam when we've talked about this before. I grew up in a freaking gay neighborhood. It's called Boys Town. And there were gays everywhere. I mean, they lived in our building. We owned the building. They were our tenants. They worked at the store. They're our friends at school. Their parents were gay. And for me, it was a normal thing. And I didn't see gay people different or bad or anything. So I have a different view. I don't see that as even religiously. I know religiously the Bible says one thing, but I don't
See,
agree with
but
that.
that's why they were so harsh, is because they were pastors of a church.
Oh,
My parents were pastors of a church. So when they say pastors' kids are bad, they're bad. Like, they're bad.
yeah, that could be tough. Trying to, and that's the one thing about family and trying to be the better person, how to deal with certain things. It might not even be politics. It might be something like, oh, the dude can't get a job. How come he's not working yet? And that could be a sensitive thing. That's why nobody wants to talk with him, and that's why he doesn't want to talk to anybody. You just have to learn to leave some things. Don't talk about them. Don't, poke and bother people about things. And, sometimes family is all you got. So you have to put up with things, overlook others, and it's your family, so you got to try. But yeah, politics has really divided a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Not just family, friends too. And
And
down here as
I've
well.
seen so many posts. I'm like, I'm staying away because, gosh, it's people. I mean, people to where I'm deleting my Facebook. I don't want to be on anymore. I don't want to be on social media. Like, I'm like, wow, it's that deep.
Yeah, I got something to say about that as well. Let me see. Okay. There is somebody who said they were going to close their social media, but they haven't. It's still there. And I find that similar to, Trump wins, we're going to leave the country. I'm going to move to, Canada or Asia. And they haven't, and they won't. But you know what? We'll leave that. I'm going to leave that for a different day. Maybe tomorrow even. Because the reality is I do got to wrap up pretty soon because I have to be up at 3:15 in the morning.
Oh, that's early.
So, yeah. And even though, I plan to get off at like 10:30, I'll probably lay in bed for another hour and a half without falling asleep anyway. But I need that time to
for sure.
wind down, But anyway, I hope you're not nervous. I hope you weren't. I hope you aren't anymore.
No, I'm butterflies cleared.
Cool. And then a lot of times we'll play videos like Vanessa's on right now, and I've been kind of watching here and there. Absolutely nothing new. And as I've said before, you can watch this video of hers now and then go back 2 years and pick one of my videos where I streamed her, and it's the same thing. So that's why it's not so much where she's on. Let me get her home. Hurry up. And it's so kind of it's not that shiny, fun thing anymore. But we'll see what happens. Like you said, we got Janelle, Gigi, Maybay, and if somebody else has any other ideas, feel free to toss them my way. I don't mind looking into whatever there might be or whoever else might be interesting, even if it's a guy. Been watching this weird dude on Instagram. I think it's called Mr. Hungry.
Oh
Official
dear God. I haven't heard
Mr.
about that
Hungry.
one. Oh, I forgot about the other one too, the Ash Trevino one I told you about, remember?
Oh yes, yes.
The inmate hopper.
Mr. Hungry. There was a dude in his car,
Thank
and
you guys.
he was singing a song about mayonnaise, and he was completely coated in mayonnaise.
Oh, gross.
And he was holding a jar of mayonnaise, and he's just plastering it all over. You couldn't even hear him, even see his color. I didn't know he was a black dude. I thought he was a white guy. He was so covered. And then the other day he did one with Nutella. And he was like, I love Nutella. And he was completely, and he's in his car. So there's Nutella on the ceiling, all over the car. And it was like, so I'm thinking, this dude's getting thousands of views. And he's making money just for coating himself in food. I mean, he does other stuff also. He reviews food and stuff, but
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of him.
It's
Is
like
he
really
controversial? Is he controversial?
nah, it's just gross to see somebody covered. And I don't know if you've ever seen when they make a plaster cast of somebody, they put like that white cement like all over them. You can't even see the color of their skin. Well, that's how he was. He barely could get his eyes open because the Nutella was dripping into his eyes.
Oh my God.
And I'm
So
like,
he does it
man.
for views, I'm assuming for.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm there to each your own.
Yeah.
I just find that pretty bizarre.
Yeah, some people find their niche in anything, I guess.
Hey, like they say, if it bleeds, it leads. That's what the motto is for the news. But anyway, this was just an intro night. I wanted everybody to meet you. And hopefully everybody likes what they hear. And, once we have some actual topics that we're going to disagree with on stuff, I imagine some stuff.
Yeah, because Manny had me watch a video with Ophelia and some lady. And that was hilarious. They have to see this if they haven't seen it because it's funny.
Yeah, it was mostly listen to it. And that's one of the things I want to talk about, but I want to do it tomorrow because if not, I'll be on here for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
But it has to do with, yes, Donald Trump and elections and voting and morals and
morals.
Somebody has some very strong opinions, but, everybody's got opinions. So, but we'll get in. I'll tease you with that. We'll get into that tomorrow.
Yeah. That's a good tease for sure. Y'all are gonna want to see this or hear it if anything.
Yeah.
But she's funny. Ophelia is funny. I'm gonna give her that. She's funny.
Yeah. When I first started watching her, when I first heard of her, this was back in the Real Politics days, 2020. I was fascinated. I'd never heard somebody cuss somebody out in Spanish so bad.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Okay, so is that how y'all talk in Brownsville, like mix Spanish and English?
I mean, I've heard it, but I don't speak a lot of Spanish. I know how to speak it, and I speak it better than Vanessa. I'll tell you that much. But I just don't. I speak English. I was born and raised in Chicago. English was my entire life. I just don't like to speak Spanish unless I have to, and where I work, sometimes I do have to. But
the Tex-Mex on that clip is wild.
Oh man, when I heard her for the first time,
yeah,
she was yelling at somebody, and I think it was Vanessa, and she was cutting her or ripping her a new asshole in Spanish, and I was like, damn, like whoa. I said she turned it into an art form, and I was impressed,
Yeah.
But a lot of things have happened since then, and but anyway, I'm going to cut this short. Not really short. It's been an hour and 10 minutes already. If you haven't seen Yellowstone, check it out. Give it a chance. Yeah. If you binge watch the first 4 seasons, 5 seasons, 4.5, I guess.
And there are some scenes from San Antonio, y'all. They y'all, if y'all go to TikTok, go to San Antonio Yellowstone, and they show like the pictures of how they made downtown like to the 20s or 1910s, or what are they, 1920s?
of
Yellowstone.
of Yellowstone. Yellowstone happens like current time, current age.
Okay. So
current
they
time,
go
yeah.
back. I guess they go back in like the 20s or
Well, there is
whatever.
another episode. Yeah, every once in a while they'll flash back to like their
Okay.
parents or whatever, and yeah.
So they did San Antonio, and it looks cool. It looks super. I can't wait to see that. That's pretty cool.
You know, nobody knows this, and a lot of people don't know this. I was in Friday Night Lights, the TV show.
Oh, really?
They came
You
down
were
to
an extra?
Brownsville. I was extra. They came down to Brownsville, and they made Brownsville. This is Mexico. This is Mexico.
Cool.
It's like, okay. It's a scene where the guy in a wheelchair tries to have a magical operation to get fixed up. He's paralyzed. So they go there to try to see a doctor, and they were telling everybody, okay, we're in Mexico. This is Mexico. Just walk across the street when we tell you. And so I know what you mean, where they decorate the streets or change things to make it look like an old town or something.
It looks cool.
Whose name? Oh, I think it's Mr. Hungry. Official Mr. Hungry. Let me see if I got that right. And I can just show you a screenshot of it. If I can find it here quick enough. If not, here it is. Oh, here it comes. There's Eddie Murphy. I talked about him today too. Here. Let me show you this. I'm not gonna.
What the? Oh my God, that almost looks like makeup, like movie makeup.
Yeah, there's the name right there. Official.Mr.Hungry. That's on Instagram.
Oh, what the?
And before that, he did one a couple of weeks ago with mayonnaise. So you can imagine that's what I'm talking about.
With mayonnaise, gross.
Yeah. So every once in a while, we'll pick random videos and we'll show those, and we'll talk about that stuff too. So anyway, thank you so much for coming on. Hopefully this will work.
Thanks for having me on. I had a blast, and I can't wait to do it again.
Oh, hang on. Some of the comments here. Yeah, it is disgusting. Did you catch the trailer for Paramount's new show series called? Oh, that looks fucking good. Landman. It's with Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. Demi Moore is in it. The dude from the other guy's name? He was always in a suit. I forgot his name. John Hamm or something like that. Oh man, that drama looks freaking real good. It's about a oil company, oil tycoon, or I don't know, something like that. Yes, I caught that. Man, that looks real good. And so does the other one with that girl from I can't remember names right now. The little skinny Latin girl, she plays action star sometimes. Zoe Saldana. She's in this action movie. I forgot what it's called. That looks good as well. It's her and somebody else. Movies. I just paid $14.99. What channel? Oh, wow. I couldn't even tell you the channel. All I know it's on. You got to check out Peacock. You have to check out Paramount. You got to check out Philo, Philo. And then maybe even, what's the one that Michael said? Sling. Like there's Sling.
Hey,
Blue
I like Prime. I like Prime.
Prime makes some good stuff also. So there's, trying to condense too many things to pay for streaming. You can pay $100 a month just on streaming crap.
Yeah.
And the only way it's possible, it's because one day you're paying $5, $10, or $20, and then the other one's not till a week later, and then the other one's not till a week later. So as long as they're off like that, it makes it possible.
Yeah.
But okay, we're gonna cut it short right here. Thank you all for being here, and
yeah, for sure. Thank you guys.
We'll definitely have Oriana back, and like I said, Bam's still gonna be around. We're just kind of adjusting to his schedule now. He's in training, so we thought he might join tonight, but he's out doing some stuff. So Bam will be around. Have no fear. He's not going to go anywhere. And thank you all for hanging in there and watching. And we'll look for a lot of good things coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah. For
Watch
sure.
Yellowstone. I'm gonna keep saying it. Watch Yellowstone. It'll grow on you. I promise.
Yeah, for sure.
Oriana, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
you doing
you.
this. And
Bye. Peace,
hopefully,
guys. Good night.
have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Probably go tomorrow. I think we'll do that topic I told you about. We'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds
If
good.
hopefully you're available. Sometimes I go on like with no notice. I'm like, yeah, I need to go live today, and I'll just go set it up. So
yeah, like I told
sometimes
you,
you
just give me
can't.
like a quick heads up.